Okay. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Everybody. All right. This is your brother Bishop Elijah Brown, Sensei Brown Hornet. Listen, wanted to come and share a live post on my jujitsu page that talks more so about the health and fitness of jujitsu and just recovery when one has an injury. I'm going to give you an update on my hip resurfacing. Hip resurfacing. If you've been following me, if you haven't followed me, please subscribe and like my page. And hopefully this blesses you and gives you the knowledge and information that you need in order to make a wise and knowledgeable decision. So we're about 3.5 weeks uh, post my bilateral hip resurfacing, where I went to New York City, hospital of special surgery, Dr. Sue. And I want to share, I wanted to do the realism, just give you the facts of everything after the surgery. I kind of gave you some insight on what took place before the surgery and just a little bit after the surgery. But we hit a plateau. We were doing good. We hit a plateau, and then we went down a little bit. But then now we're evening it out, and we're going back up. And so that's one of the things that you have to take into consideration when you get a bilateral hip resurfacing or you get a hip resurfacing. I'm not big on the drugs. I will tell you the way things work. The first night after the hip resurfacing, I totally did not have to take the oxycodone, which is a blessing, because when I did take it that night, it causes constipation. I didn't feel right. My heart rate was elevated. You feel no pain, but it wasn't a good thing for me, and I was able to wean off of it. Thank God. So where we are now. Again, I talked about the catheter. I talked about the getting up and just moving. So where we are now was when I transitioned home. Many of us, when you find a surgeon who can do the bilateral hip resurfacing, you want to find someone who's so experienced, and usually it's outside of your city. You want to arrange for family or hotel where you can stay there at least a week or two before you travel on the plane. That was one of the mistakes I made. I traveled a week after my hip resurfacing, and there were so many delays. I will say this: you want to try to travel during times where, if you're at a major airport like JFK, LaGuardia, O'Hara, or LAX, you want to try to travel in the middle of the day. In the middle of the day, especially days where it's not raining, possibly. You want to splurge for tickets where you can kind of have some freedom and flexibility to change flights. We wound up getting in the airport, and I was stuck there because flights were canceled for just rain. We had a little storm. So that can be an inconvenience. You have to take that into consideration. You don't want to travel until you've become comfortable with your walker, comfortable with standing, comfortable with moving. So that was one thing. It's one little tidbit that I can share with you. But where we are now is in a great place. And I'm going to get ready to stand up, get ready to show you some of my exercises that I've been doing. I totally have full range of motion. Again, we're 3 weeks out. I've had to be reminded that, hey, it's only been 3.5, 4 weeks. Though the scars and everything is healed, internally it takes 8 to 12 weeks for all of the incisions internally to be healed, to be smooth, to be working cohesively with your body. So let me stand up. Let me stand up. Hopefully you can see me. You guys can see me. I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna back up a little bit. I want to show you this. So one of the exercises we've been doing we've been doing, and since I couldn't really be working out the way I want to, I'm eating right. But this helps. Just doing we call it the marching man. Man, this helps because you have some flexibility, you have some stiffness, of course, as expected, and swellingness in that hip region. And so just being able to do this 3 times a day for 10 times each, 3 times a day. So 1, 2, causes the swelling and the bones, the bone to work with the prosthesis that's inside. Because I have a metal on metal. And so I'm really excited about that. I've also been able to do what's called these leg raises, which, believe it or not, couldn't do before. There's no interruptions. There's no issues in regard to pain. I'm pain free. So hip resurfacing, from where I'm at now, 3.5, 4 weeks out, is a total win. It's a total win. I feel like I have a second leash on life. The hardest part is going to therapy. Do not cut therapy short. I go to therapy twice, 2 times a week, some weeks, and 3 times a week, the other weeks. It is imperative, it's vital that you do the physical therapy, that you do the exercises at home and when you go to therapy. I'm excited. I'm realizing my professor, instructor, teacher always says health is wealth. That's his saying. Health is wealth. God knows I feel like I got a new leash on life. So those are the tidbits that I wanted to share with you. My time is almost up. I wanted to share with you. If you're getting hip resurfacing, if you find a doctor in a city that maybe is not your city, if you're traveling back home, flying, which you have to, you want to make sure that you fly during the middle of the day, during hours, especially where seasonably, where you're not going to get any flight delays. That's imperative. You want to look out for that. You want to make sure you get off the oxycodone. You really want, you want to wean yourself off of that. Also, I was taking Tylenol. I stopped with the acetaminophen. I stopped taking that. My last blood work that I had to get done showed that my liver was having some issues with that. But we weaned off of that. We stopped taking that. So the only aspect is that you want to take your aspirin to prevent blood clots from the time you have the surgery, which they tell you, to your next office visit. So again, I've got full flexibility, I think, and it's improving every day. No pain. That's what I mean. No pain, flexibility. I'm going to improve on flexibility each and every day. And again, health as well. I'm not putting that crap, dairy, in my body. This morning I got up, I had multiple meal, water, multiple meal, a lot of fiber, some blueberries. That's my mindset. I've got a new leash on life. However the Lord bless me, I have another 45 plus years on this earth. I have to use it to the maximal potential that God has given me. And so I'm excited. I wanted to share. That's my little tidbit on hip resurfacing. Please like my page, share my page. I hope this helps someone out in regard to hip resurfacing. We're going to be talking. I'm going to be doing videos about jiu-jitsu once I get back doing the jiu-jitsu, how that helps. I'm to be honest with you, I'm really a small mini microcosmic aspect of my professor. I'm learning how to do my art, heal my body, but do my art in a way where I can train each and every day. And so we're going to be bringing that aspect here to the YouTube live world and to our page, the Jiu-Jitsu Jiu-Jitsu Science or Streetology. So share our page, like our page, subscribe, and again, thank you very much for your prayers. If you have any questions about hip resurfacing, please let me know. Comment, because it's a very, very wonderful procedure that so many martial artists, so many people need to know about instead of getting hip replacement. All right, you all take care. God bless.